A warning to Cardano investors. We're about to see a huge change for Cardano in Q1 2022, the biggest ever, and you need to get your positions in order now for what is about to occur in the future and prepare now for what will happen over the next few months. This video is a Cardano update and also towards the end a warning about some of the new projects that are coming to Cardano, all of the new tokens that will be launched and how to navigate the market when all of that happens. As usual with crypto, there's going to be a ton of FOMO, new tokens, FUD going around, rumors. So getting your outlook in order and positioning yourself now with a proper strategy can help you in the long run. So I'm going to talk about that after we get through with the latest Cardano updates. Timestamps are in the description as always. Just coming to kind of a market update now for this day when I'm talking about Cardano. Cardano's had a good run over the past week or so. It's up, 17%. And this is after, yes, a massive fall from, $3, those highs, those FOMO highs. Good investors, proper investors would have been adding more at those lower levels, reducing any potential buys that came up at $3. But in any case, we are seeing quite a strong bid in the crypto markets. When Bitcoin is up, we are seeing maybe a reversal of that downtrend for Cardano. Even during a downtrend where it went down 50%, it stayed in the top 10 and now it's still the 6th cryptocurrency. There's a lot of interest in Cardano as well as many others, but it does look bright at the moment. And really it all depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin in Q1 2022 gets strong up to like 55, 56, 60,000, then do not expect any altcoins to be cheap. They will not be going down when Bitcoin is going up. What I'm seeing now is so much interest in altcoins. Altcoins for me are being held back right now by Bitcoin. Bitcoin is kind of fumbling and bumbling around 50,000. People don't know whether to buy or sell it. They don't know about interest rates and everything like that. But look at altcoins. They want to moon. Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, Terra, Polygon. These are all massively going up, 20, 50% rises over the last month or so. And they're just being held back by Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up to 60K, then a lot of altcoins are going to moon. So do not expect any cheap altcoins. Bargains are not going to be forthcoming. So before we get into Coti and those updates, just a quick update on my crypto course. As you know, I'm adding more content to the course early next year, and that is when the price goes up. Of course, all existing members get free lifetime access to all of the content. So if you want to have a look at the course, consider looking at it now. I'm also adding trade alerts and also daily portfolio updates. So you can see my portfolio, my weightings on a daily basis, and all of my trades as well. I'm adding that due to popular demand. So that will be coming in Q1 2022, along with a bunch of new videos, all added for free for existing members. But after all of the content is added, obviously the price goes up as well. So have a look, moneyzg.academy. I'll leave the link in the description as well. Firstly, coming to DJED, which is going to be a stable coin on Cardano. It looks like it's going to be the first stable coin. I fully expect USDT, USDC to make their way over to Cardano as well, whether that's through a wrap token or whether they just directly implement their tokens on there. Why would they not? It's a huge ecosystem. But Cardano is, in true Cardano fashion, making its own version as well. DJED is going to be completely decentralized, meaning there will be no banks with fiat currency in them backing the value of the stablecoin. It will actually be backed by ADA. We know this from an update from DJED, or Coti, sorry, saying that they are, one of the next milestones right here is querying the stablecoin bank reserve, i.e. current ADA in reserve. So obviously ADA is being used as collateral to collateralize the stablecoin itself. That is something that we've actually seen also recently with UST, Terra USD, which is actually just past 10 billion market cap. 9.9 on here. I think it is 10 billion though. And yeah, Terra is obviously the asset that collateralizes that, which has gone from 10 billion up to 30 billion. So yeah, there's obviously a lot of interest in decentralized stablecoins. It looks like DJED is essentially on track to launch with the first DEXs. You absolutely require a stablecoin to have a DEX. Without a stablecoin, no one is going to want to trade in and out of ADA and another cryptocurrency. So things are looking good here. And one of the things I would say worries me is, are they going to call it DJED? I don't think that's a great name. I think you need like a US something name to make it stand out that it's a US dollar stablecoin. But in any case, very interesting. We've seen that essentially decentralized stablecoins have a big market thanks to Terra, what they've been doing. So this also should help Cardano as well. Another project coming very soon to Cardano is something called ADAX Pro. It's going to be a DEX, and there are many DEXs launching. MuesliSwap have actually launched a DEX already. Liquidity is very low on there, but they were first, and it seems to be a working DEX. ADAX Pro have given us a timeline for the launch of their DEX, January 30th. So you can see what's happening here. More DEXs are coming online, and slowly, very slowly, you'll just see liquidity increasing and demand increasing. Of course, we need a stable coin for DEXs, and so that's why DJED is very important. But when I highlight ADAX coming online on the 30th of January on the main net. Something what I want to highlight here as well is the price action of ADAX. Now, when they basically came out with this news, you saw a little spike in the price, right? So just keep this in mind for later on in the video. What we see here is when news and events occur, and when there is hype and people think, that might be a good idea to get into, what do you see? You see the price rise. So keep that in mind with all the FOMO that's about to be happening, all the myriad of news and events, and all of that coming out on Twitter, in the news, everywhere. Is going to be basically a lot of FOMO coming in. So make your decisions now, and you can see as the FOMO subsides, the price comes down. So keep that in mind. But when it comes to ADAX launching on January 30th, this is just one DEX out of many and one protocol out of many. Next up, we had the Cardano mid-month update, which told us about the progress with SundaySwap and some of the parameters for the Cardano blockchain. They're actually increasing the parameters, increasing the amount of liquidity and volume that can go through in each block. If you want to follow IOHK on YouTube, they will actually give you that information as well. The important thing for me here is that what Charles Hoskinson said is that there are 127 projects that are currently writing dApps, and there are 20 to 30 in the pipeline to launch in Q1 2022. So let's say 20 to 30 applications all launching in 1 quarter. This is one of the biggest and most explosive launches of any blockchain, to have this many applications all just coming all at once. So every few days, we're going to see news that another application has launched, and the amount of value that is going to be flowing into Cardano is going to be unseen. So it's the biggest time, I think, for Cardano. So there's going to be a lot of news, a lot of hype. In terms of SundaySwap, in the update, they said that their testnet has gone really well. They're actually able to put 90% of Uniswap's volume through their DEX equivalent, which is very good for a testnet. No major bugs, and they're looking to launch that as soon as possible. So that's just 1 out of 20 or 30. So there's going to be a lot of tokens, there's going to be a lot of hype, there's going to be a lot of FOMO. So how do we kind of go about navigating all of this? So for me, there's 2 things to think about when Cardano is launching this many applications. Firstly is the applications themselves that are launching and the tokens going along with that. And the second is Cardano. So firstly, I would decide how much of my portfolio do I want to put into Cardano and its ecosystem, because the growth of that ecosystem will be correlated to the other assets that you hold in the Cardano ecosystem to a small extent. And obviously, the smaller the token that you get into, the more it can boom and bust. So that's riskier. So how much do you want in Cardano itself as a token? And then how much of that as a percentage of your portfolio do you want to take some bets on those applications that will have a much higher potential upside, and of course, a much lower downside as well? So that's the first thing. How much of your portfolio do you want to put into Cardano ecosystem, and how much do you want that to be in ADA as kind of a diversified bet for that? And then how much do you want to take some specific bets? When it comes to choosing actual tokens, you have to do your research on each individual project. Some tokens are going to be much longer time frame. For example, World Mobile Token. This is probably a multi-year or multi-decade project. And so I'm not too I don't want to get in straight away. I will see how this goes. I don't need to FOMO into this. Something like SundaySwap is going to have much more FOMO. It's going to definitely go up much faster because of the type of application it is. But as we can see here, you always get this kind of FOMO in when hype and news surrounds, and then this drawdown. Also for ADA, you saw when the token launched, a huge amount of FOMO and hype, almost up to $10, and then you get a sell-off as the hype comes down, and people realize that it's going to take months for the application to actually, get developed and launched. So really, do you want to be getting in when it launches right here, when the token launches, or do you just want to wait for that to come down and be patient and have a strategy of saying, I want X% in Cardano ADA and I want X% in 5 projects that may do well. 2 of them probably won't and will go to 0 and I will lose money, but the others will grow, and overall as a portfolio, we will still grow the portfolio. You cannot make 100% perfect decisions. You cannot pick out each individual token that will do well. Some will do well and some will not, but certainly FOMO is not great. Just wait for the kind of hype to die down when tokens launch. It usually does, not always. Some of these tokens will just launch and just stay high and go up because they will be very, very successful. Others will have a little bit of a die-off from the hype as they kind of tend to launch other products. So you have to research each individual token, have a plan, try and get a percentage of each token that you like in a portfolio, and then write out the winners, add to your winners, and losers. You either come to them and buy some in the dip if you think that they have potential, or if they're just not living up to their potential, then you just don't invest in them and let them become a smaller part of your portfolio, as Cardano itself is a lower risk bet, is going to grow in general, and some of the projects that you like, if they're doing well, then you just continue to add to them over time. That is how I look at things anyway, with Cardano as the biggest position because that is the most diversified, and then specific bets have to take up a smaller percentage of your portfolio. Otherwise, you're just taking way too much risk. In my opinion, just what I would do. Just to touch on my crypto course again, if you're looking to get into this, I have over 100 videos in here already. I am adding new videos to the course in Q1 2022. I'm adding trade alerts and portfolio weightings as well that will be updated daily. If you want to have a look at the course, the price will be going up in Q1 2022 when I add all of this new content. moneyzg.academy or link in the description. I'm James with MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.